The European Astronaut Corps is a unit of the European Space Agency that selects, trains, and provides astronauts as crew members on U.S. and Russian space missions. As of November 2014, 24 ESA astronauts are now able to go aboard the ISS. There are currently 47 members of the Corps, 26 currently active. The European Astronaut Corps is based at the European Astronaut Center in Cologne, Germany. They can be assigned to various projects both in Europe or elsewhere in the world. At NASA Johnson Space Center, a Star City. History. According to French weekly Aeronamp Cosmos, only 6 astronauts remain available for immediate flight. The Victoria and Clairvoy are on temporary leave or assigned to other duties. The head of human spaceflight at ESA recommended that at least 4 more astronauts should be added after the launch of Columbus, Indiana, February 2008. On April 3, 2008, ESA Director General Jean-Jacques Dordain announced that recruiting for a new class of European astronauts will start in the near future. The selection program for 4 new astronauts was launched on May 19, 2008, with applications due by the 16th of June 2008, so that final selection would be due spring 2009. Almost 10,000 people registered as astronaut candidates the 18th of June 2008. 8,413 fulfilled the initial application criteria. For these, 918 were chosen to take part in the first stage of psychological testing, which led to 192 candidates in the 24th of September 2008. After 2-stage psychological tests, 80 candidates will continue to medical evaluation in January-February 2009. 40 ESA candidates will head to formal interviews to select the 4 new members to European Astronaut Corps. Future of the European Astronaut Corps. After the ISS, the funding by NASA and Russia of the International Space Station is currently planned to end in 2024. The role of European astronauts beyond this point is unclear. Some speculation suggests ESA's involvement with NASA's Orion program may give European astronauts a seat aboard the Orion spacecraft, although this has not been announced. Current members. There are 16 active members of the European Astronaut Corps. 10 of the current members of the Corps that have flown or are going to space one day. Of those, all except Jean-François Clairvoy have visited the ISS. The 2 who have yet to fly have missions planned to the ISS aboard expeditions 46-47 and 50-51. André Kuipers is the member of the Corps who has spent the most time in space, more than 203 days. The European record for total time spent in space belongs to former German astronaut Thomas Reiter with 350 days. The oldest is Hans Schlegel, born in 1951. The Corps currently includes 1 woman, Samantha Cristoforetti. Only 2 other women have been members of the Corps: Marianne Merches, who never flew, and Claudie Hainaut, who resigned after 2 missions to start a political career in France. Former members. There are 13 former members of the ESA. Maurizio Celli, Reinhold Ewald, Frank de Winner, Pedro Duque, Umberto Guidoni, Claudie Hainaut and Acuti, André Deschamps, Jean-Pierre Hainaut, Ulf Merbold, Marianne Merches *, Claude Nicolia, Wabo Ockels, Philippe Perrat, Thomas Reiter, Michel Tognini, Gerhard Thiele, * no space missions. Non-ESA European astronauts, cosmonauts, Soviet Union's Intercosmos program participants: Alexander Panayotov, Alexandrov, Georgy Ivanov, Vladimir Remek, Sigmund Yan, Jean-Luc Creation, Bertlin Farkas, Miroslav Hermazevsky, Dumitru Prunariu, other Klaus-Dietrich Flade, Reinhard Ferrer, Ernst Messerschmidt, Ulrich Walter, Patrick Baudry, Jean-Jacques Favier, Franco Malherbe, Dirk Fremuot, Franz Vierbock, Ivan Buhr, Helen Sharmin. Space Shuttle missions. Astronauts from the European Astronaut Corps participated in several NASA Space Shuttle missions before the ISS era, in particular as Space Lab payload specialists. As payload specialists Ulf Merbold, SDS-9, SDS-42, Reinhard Ferrer, SDS-61A, Wabo Ockels, SDS-61A, Hans Schlegel, SDS-55, Ulrich Walter, SDS-55. As mission specialists Claude Nicolia, SDS-46, SDS-61, SDS-75, SDS-103. Libase Diop, SDS-46, SDS-61. Maurizio Celli, SDS-75, Jean-François Clavoy, SDS-66, SDS-103, Gerhard Thiele, SDS-99, Pedro Duque, SDS-95. Missions to the Mir space stations. Astronauts from Europe have flown to Mir both on board Soyuz vehicles or on board the Space Shuttle. Jean-Luc Crétin, Arrogats, France. Helen Sharman, Project Juno, UK. Franz Vierbock, Ostromir 91, Austria. Klaus-Dietrich Flade, Mir 92, Germany. Michel Tognini, Antares, France. Jean-Pierre Hayne, Altair, France. Ulf Merbold, Euromir 94, Germany. Thomas Reiter, Euromir 95, Germany. Claude Hayne, Cassiopeia, France. Reinhold Ewald, Mir 97, Germany. Jean-Luc Crétin, SDS-86, France. Leopold I. Hart, Pegasus, France. Jean-Pierre Hayne, Perseus, France. Ivan Buhr, Stefanik, Slovakia. Missions to the International Space Station. European astronauts to have visited the ISS are